Here, Bunny friends, welcome aboard. Slide all the way and make room for everybody. Jumbo, everybody. My name is Michael. I'll be your safari guide for today. If you're ready for a safari, let me hear you make some noise. Alright, the back of the bus is really excited. Now, all of the animals we see today are going to be very real, just like you, and just like me, and just like this truck. So with that being said, please remain seated at all times with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the truck. It is going to be a very bumpy ride. I don't want to figure out what happens if we take a wrong way, you know. Now we're starting in the Little Italy Forest, home to a bunch of shy and reclusive animals. On your left, you'll see the bongos. They're nicknamed the ghosts of the forest. Their horns lean backwards, allowing them to run through all the brush and trees as silently as possible. On your right, you'll see the okapi. They're commonly mistaken for zebra relatives, given their back legs, but they're actually related to the giraffe. Just like the giraffe, they have very long tongues. Their tongue is actually 18 inches long. Coming up here on the left-hand side, you're going to see this big black and white bird. That is a saddle-billed stork. They're kind of hard to tell, but they are actually standing at 5 feet tall. Yep, this big black and white bird, they have a 9-foot wingspan. They're known for that yellow shield on their beak. And usually when you see one of them, you'll see 2 of them because they mate for life. You can tell them apart based on the color of their eyes. The black eyes are the males and the yellow eyes are the females. On your right side, these are the greater kudu. They're known for those white stripes on their fur. They use that as camouflage, so during the peak sunlight times, when the sun peaks through the trees, they'll imitate that by hiding at the base of a tree and you won't even notice it. Now, on the top of the hill at the left, that is the black rhino. The black rhino is the smaller of the 2 rhinoceros on the reserve, weighing in at just 3,000 pounds, so he's just a little guy. Rhinos used to be heavily poached for their horns. People thought their horns held magical medicinal value. Turns out their horns are just made out of the same stuff our hair and nails is made out of. So if you think about it, they just have a really big fingernail, rhinos. Now that does end our time in the forest, so we're going to keep moving into the Sapi River. We're going to see what's hanging out by the water. First up, you're going to see the pink-backed pelican. Now they get their name for a pink tint in their feathers that males get during mating season. They are the world's largest flighted bird. They have a 9-foot wingspan, just like the saddle-billed stork. And for reference, the canopy right above your head is 9 feet across from side to side. So they are truly massive birds. And some other massive things are on the left. Those are the Nile hippopotamus. The hippo can weigh up to 5,500 pounds, and a group of them is called a bloat. It rhymes with float, because that's what they do. They just float around all the time. Now, hippos will spend most of their time underwater, usually asleep. And while they're asleep, their bodies have adapted themselves to rise to the surface about every 8 minutes just to breathe. They only breathe once every 8 minutes. At nighttime, they come out of the water and do all their hunting. While they're not underwater, their bodies secrete a kind of red oil. We call it blood sweat. That helps their skin remain very moist. There's some more hippos over there on the left. And then it's really hard to see, but in the water over there, there is a Nile crocodile. Now the Nile crocodile is the largest reptile in the world, reaching lengths up to 20 feet. And we do need to sit down on this bridge. There are crocodiles on the other side. I said sit down. That means you too. 250 pounds worth of food just in one sitting. Now, crocodiles don't eat as much as we do. We eat about 3 times a day. Crocodiles will eat just about once a week. So it kind of explains the whole binge eating thing. They're the largest of the crocodilians. They also have the strongest bite out of any animal in the world. But with that being said, their mouths are used for more gentler purposes. During hatching season of their eggs, they'll roll their eggs in their mouth and get them all ready to hatch. Now we are entering the savannah now. This is the largest portion of the reserve, home to a bunch of the larger animals out here. We're starting on the west side of the savannah, where all the animals use their speed and agility to make a quick getaway from predators. Up here on the right, you're going to see Hartman's mountain zebra. Each zebra has a unique pattern to their stripes, just like humans have unique fingerprints. You can actually tell what color they are based on the color of their nose. Their nose is the main color of them. So if it's a black nose, it is a black zebra with white stripes. On your left, you're going to see the African painted dogs. Now, these dogs are commonly mistaken for hyenas, but they're actually a lot more closely related to your dogs at home. The only difference is your dogs are canines, they have 5 toes. These dogs only have 4 toes, making them canids. They hunt in packs and they are very successful predators. They can run up to 40 miles an hour and sustain it for 3 miles at a time. In that back left corner, that is the sable antelope. That is the official emblem of the Harambe Wildlife Preserve. You'll see them on a bunch of signs and probably merchandise as well. You'll notice that their horns curve backwards so that when predators will jump on their backs and attack them, they can kick their head back and stab them. Up ahead, I do see some Maasai giraffe. The giraffe can grow to be about 20 feet tall, and a group of them is called a tower. Now you can tell that they're Maasai giraffe based on their spots. Their spots kind of look like puzzle pieces. They all fit together perfectly. Other giraffes will have more square-shaped or rectangular-looking spots. There's another one on your right. This giraffe up here on the right is a baby giraffe. Baby giraffes are 6 feet tall when they're born, and all the mama giraffes give birth standing up. So he had a 6-foot fall when he was born too. First world experience was gravity. That tiny one on the hill, that is a springbok. They can jump straight up in the air 6 feet high and 13 feet forward. In the bushes on the left, those are the wildebeest. Their name translates to wild beast. And they're known for the Great Migration. Each migration contains 1.5 million wildebeest. Off in the distance, on your right, you'll see some Ankole cattle. Rhymes with holy cow, as in holy cow, those horns are big. Their horns are actually very light. The inside of them kind of resembles a honeycomb structure, so they're pretty hollow. Helps them regulate their body heat and keeps them really cool. We are now entering elephant territory. There's one of them way back there. That one is most likely a male because of its size. Male elephants are about 13,000 pounds, whereas females will weigh in at about 8,000 pounds. Male elephants do tend to live on their own. When they reach their teenage years, they're thrown out of a herd of elephants and forced to live on their own. A dominant female elephant will be the leader of a herd of elephants. We're going to pass through some red clay pits now. Red clay is used by a lot of animals as a good source of nutrients. Up here on the right, you're going to notice some tusk marks. Elephants will use their tusks and grind up the red clay to eat it. It's like nature's multivitamin. Although they're stuck with the dirty form, we get the nice fruity gummy form. Even though we're not seeing the elephants right now, I can still talk about the elephant habitat. Their habitat out in Africa is constantly being mined for a specific mineral called coltan. You may not know what coltan is, but I promise you, you use it almost daily. See, coltan is used in all of our electronics and smartphones. So if we really like elephants and we want to see them happy and healthy in their environments, maybe start recycling your cell phones and electronics. On your left, these are the greater flamingo. They're called greater because they are the largest of all the flamingos. They are also the lightest color of pink. They get that pink tint from a chemical called beta-carotene, which is found in shrimp. Shrimp is their main source of protein. Then in the background, you'll see some African elephants again. Some more facts about them. They have 40,000 muscles just in their trunk, which is more than the entire human body. Both males and females will grow tusks as a set of teeth. You'll also see them flapping their ears a lot. Not just because they're happy, but they cool themselves off like that. Each flap of their ears cools them down about 15 degrees. We are now in the eastern savanna. We do call this big cat territory. be hard to spot, but there are supposed to be some cheetah over here. I don't see them yet. Yeah, they must be hiding away from all the heat. Up here, these are called Kopi rocks. And usually on Kopi rocks, you'll see a certain big cat lying about. But we have to be really lucky to see them. On your right side, you're going to see some ostrich as well as some white rhinos. There's also a water buck. The ostrich is the largest non-flighted bird in the world. They can run up to 40 miles an hour. The white rhino, they are the larger of the two rhinoceros out here, weighing in at 6,000 pounds. Their name is actually a mistranslation of an old Afrikaans word, vit, which translates to wide, referring to their wide lips. They thought vit meant white, so now they're just called white, even though they're gray. And then we also saw the water bucks. The water bucks are known for that white circle of fur around their tails. They also spend a lot of time around water, which is how they got their name. With these white rhinos, you might often see them bumping their faces up against each other or up against objects, you never know. That's because their eyesight is really, really bad. But to make up for it, they have really, really good hearing. And then up here on your right, you might find some ostrich eggs. The ostrich egg is the largest type of egg out of any other animal. One ostrich egg equals about 24 chicken eggs. And a fully grown human can stand on top of an ostrich egg and it won't crack. Our last stop in the safari is in the Magadi Glen. Out here, this is where the warden likes to set up shop. He keeps his pets out here with him too. And his pets right now are the Nigerian dwarf goats. Now don't be fooled by their name, they are actually fully grown goats. They just happen to be really tiny. They are very silly and goofy creatures. Actually, the silliest and the goofiest goat of them all will be the leader of the goats. Now that does conclude our safari for today. I know. But your journey today does not have to end. There is plenty more to do here in Africa. There's Rafiki's Planet Watch. You'll get on a train and head on over there. You'll see a lot of animals that are not on the safari. There's also some really fun activities. There's a petting zoo. There's an animation academy. There's also an animal hospital area. And if you're lucky, you might catch a glimpse at how some of the animals are cared for. There's also the Festival of the Lion King show. They have shows every hour on the hour. It's filled with singing and dancing and acrobatics, really cool costumes, all to the tune of your favorite Lion King songs.